good, everybody? It's Julian. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do modern UK rave, breakbeat, jungle, house, whatever the hell you want to call it, like Kettama, Fallen Angel style. To go along this video, you can get the full template at the top of the description, the Ableton files, samples, MIDI, presets, everything that you just heard in the intro. Go ahead and grab that so you can take yourself to the next level today in your productions. Thanks for the support, everybody. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let's dive in. Alright, so we're at 142 BPM, almost like hard groove vibes, right? And we got the kick. So what this is it's this 909 kick. I've got it going through a little bit of pedal. Here's without that. With it, you can hear it just gives it some fullness, even though it's only at 7%. And then we have a little bit of a subcut. Then we have the bass. So the progression here that this is doing is essentially it's going kind of up like that, as you can see. So it's like this A sharp major to D minor to F major, but instead of going up to the D minor, we go down, so it sounds really cool. It makes it really epic against all the other chords in the track, right? The other thing you'll notice is that this bass really isn't that like huge or rumbly. You know, it's like classic trance where the bass doesn't need to have so much insane sub. It's just like a groove, and since we are moving a little faster, it'll help the groove by not being so heavy sub, right? So this is just a saw wave with a little bit of an envelope on this filter here. Nice and plucky, side chain, and then we're just cutting a little bit of sub. Then we have this snare, which the way I'm doing this is I've actually taken a breakbeat, and I literally just grabbed the snare out of that. You can see I moved that forward a little bit because there was like a little bit of a weird phase thing, so I just kind of got that out of the way. And yeah, we're actually using that as the snare, and you can hear it gives a nice groove because it has a little bit of percussion after it too. So that's a really good technique for this. Then we got our 909 core kit. I'm using the ride and the hi-hat, and then you can hear that just gives us the perfect groove with those 4 elements. Right, you want to get these down before you go and do any break beats or any other percussion. So then we've got this sort of like hard groove percussion. Like I was saying, I think there's a lot of hard groove influence in this track. What we're doing first is some bongos. You can hear the really rapid fire like that, like just the same thing, just this tribal loop, this rave loop. And one more. Those last 2 are from my Ultimate Hard Techno drum library. You can hear it all fits together and creates this one loop. That's the goal. It's not about layering loops to be able to have like a bunch of them. It's like to create one, right? So we've got this side chain, high pass, and then a little bit of a high end boost. All right, so then after that, we have this wavetable. Now this is playing those chords that I was talking about with the bass line. It's going A sharp major to D minor. You can see what I'm doing here is I've got, those are the chords, and then these are the fifths, which would normally be up there. I put them down an octave. So it's like going up like that. And then if you play that with the bass line, right, you can hear you get a really nice movement when you put those together. So for the sound here, this is made with wavetable. It's a saw wave and a triangle with a lot of movement. As you can see, I've got envelopes on the positions and the warps and even some LFOs and stuff, just really trying to move different elements. Even the oscillator panning and the pulse width, you know, it's just constantly morphing this. This is being sidechained and then high passed. And then we also have a string, which is playing the same thing. But see, I have the chord going down. So it's like you're getting all these different combinations. Of essentially the same thing, but it's creating something very complex. This is just a string sample. Also to kind of get that old school lo-fi feel. It's not like a perfect string library like Contact or something. You know, it's just like a sample. And you get that lo-fi feel from that, especially when you pitch it across the keyboard. This is being sidechained, and then we have a high-pass filter. So then we have this operator. So yeah, what we're doing here is, again, we're in this key of A sharp major, so we're literally just doing root note and third, so A sharp and D, which you notice we used those chords before, right? And then an A, which would be the major seventh. So that kind of gives you that like melancholy when you add in that major seventh. If I get rid of that note, see, it's a lot less like emo. So we're playing that. Oh, and it's jumping down, yeah, to like, yeah, you can hear that. So we're playing that. We have this patch and operator, which is FM, just with two sine waves, an octave apart. Bandpass filter with an LFO moving it around constantly, so it's kind of like morphing. Then we have a bit of echo into a phaser, into reverb, so it's like getting really washed and just kind of spacey, and it fits well in this part of the track. High pass, and then we're side chaining it. Then we get this crash, which just hits every 4 bars. This is a very old school thing, though, I'll say. Like, they were doing that a lot back in the day. Like, the tracks would even literally be like a crash every bar. Like, you know, so to have this every 4 bars really calls back to that. You know, it just kind of like signifies, hey, the loop is starting over again. Then we got the vocals. So what we're doing here is it's kind of like the contrast between one vocal, which is obviously much more spoken, just with some delay, and then this one, which is going to be in key and really actually fit musically. You notice they both have some background sound too, which really adds to the atmosphere. Like, even if it just has like a pad in the background, or if it has like this little like sort of laser sound, you know, all that goes into your track, especially with the delay and reverb, and it fills it out. So there we are. Alright, so there it is. As you can see, it's not that hard. You just got to blend the breakbeats with the techno influences and the house, and then all the stabs and synths will sit right on top of that. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get this full project file, samples, MIDI, presets, everything from this video is available at the top of the description on my website. Make sure to go grab that so you can make your best track of your life today. Thank you so much for the support, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.